Want to learn how to paddleboard? Here are my 5 top tips to having fun and getting out on the water and it not being arduous task. So my first tip, and it's huge and it's got nothing to do with the board, is tide. The tide's coming in, the wind's coming in, and often people take off and go with it. You need to know that it's coming back and how long that's going to be, and if it's going to be a long time, go against the tide, and when you're worn out, the board and you will float back to your base. Just makes for a much more fun time and it makes it easier for you to enjoy it. Next thing is the paddle height and grip. Lots of people holding paddles like this or like that. That is quite a bulbous thing on the end there, and if it hits you in the face, which it only takes a little slip of the hand to happen, it can really hurt. So hand on at all times, even if you're on your knees on your paddleboard, still hand on the end. Basically, you're looking at getting the height right. Is once you add the board and you to standing on top of the water, you're looking at about that much more, which is some shuckers. You can see that in the camera against my shirt. And you put it on your head, and basically you put the paddle at the top of your little finger to get your height on top of your head. That's all you really need to know there. There is one other thing. This piece hits the water first, not the other way around. That drags you into the water. You'll understand that a bit more once you've done it a few times, and you'll find that you kind of, one way's easy, one way's hard. The slightly harder way is the way to go. Stance. So the boards all have a handle in the middle, and it is not exactly in the middle. It's actually at the balance point of the board to make it easy to carry so it doesn't tip into the ground, which makes it super simple for you to know that that is the best tipping point for the board. That's where you should stand to keep it nicely balanced. The only time you change this is when you have a child or a dog on the front or the back and you need to balance their weight out. That's all. All right, it's super simple in that regard. And taking off, please don't bury the fins in the sand. If you need to, you take off on your knees, but just take the board out in the water so the fins aren't touching the sand. Boards are built really tough, fins are built really tough, so are the fin boxes, but they're not indestructible. So push out in the water a bit, try standing up straight away. If you fall in, start on your knees and then get a bit of speed up, then stand up. All right, they're my top tips, 5 of them. Enjoy.